Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're doing something really cool. We're literally tearing apart the anatomy of a cinematic FIFA documentary script. We're going to look at the exact building blocks, the visuals, the audio, the text, to see exactly how it constructs an absolutely epic atmosphere from the page right to the screen. If you've ever wondered how these short, powerful documentaries grab your attention so completely and just hold it hostage for 3 minutes, well, you are definitely in the right place. Let's get into it.
Billions. Just let that number sink in for a second. To really understand this documentary script, we have to start with the staggering scale of the sport itself. The writers know they have to hook us immediately with this massive scale, right? So they open with an image of a colossal stadium, completely packed to the brim with fans, and giant screens glowing with the FIFA logo. You can almost feel the kinetic energy radiating before a single word is even spoken.
And then, boom, the narrator drops this line. FIFA is the biggest football organization in the world, bringing together billions of fans through the beautiful game. This isn't just an opening statement, it's a highly calculated move to drop you right into the center of that epic sports atmosphere. It establishes the core theme right away, telling us that it's not just about a sport, it's about uniting people all across the globe under one shared, beautiful dream.
Okay, let's dive into Section 1, the global phenomenon.
To establish this sheer worldwide reach right out of the gate, after hitting us with historic World Cup moments and legendary goals, the script utilizes a massive text card, the world's biggest sport. It's bold. It doesn't rely on the narrator here. It forces you to read it and internalize the absolute magnitude of what you're watching. It simply commands your attention.
Now, to back up that massive text, the script relies on rapid-fire, highly dynamic visuals. It directs the camera to show modern football stars in rigorous training, sweeping shots of packed stadiums, and the incredibly high stakes of international tournaments. These quick, consecutive images actively visualize a global fan culture. It's a brilliant way to show us the vastness of the community, taking us on a journey from the gritty practice pitch all the way up to the grandest international stages.
And here's the crucial point where it pays all those diverse visuals off. We get this massive text card, billions of fans worldwide. It takes the training, the stadiums, the tournaments, and it cements them into one unified, undeniable idea. This confirms that we aren't just looking at isolated games or individual athletes. We are witnessing a genuinely global phenomenon that touches billions of lives.
Moving along to Section 2, passion, glory, and history.
This is where the script masterfully manipulates pacing for emotional impact. We're treated to fast-paced football action, incredible, lightning-fast goals instantly contrasted with dramatic, slow-motion goalkeeper saves. And then it punches through the action with 3 powerful words: passion, glory, history. It uses the text almost like a heartbeat, anchoring that frenetic, high-speed, on-field action to really profound emotional themes.
To earn those powerful words, the emotional storytelling builds on deeply rooted historic foundations. It specifically calls for visuals of famous football players, euphoric trophy celebrations, and, honestly, perhaps most importantly, raw emotional fan reactions. It's a calculated, highly effective move to remind us that the game is absolutely nothing without the fans' deep, often tearful connection to the history unfolding on the pitch. It makes the abstract concepts of passion and glory feel incredibly human.
Which brings us to Section 3, 32 Nations, One Dream.
Pivoting from that broad history to a hyper-specific goal, we see this dramatic text call-out hit the screen. 32 Nations, One Dream. It's a fantastic structural shift. It narrows the narrative scope, moving us from billions of fans worldwide all the way down to the elite competitors. It sharpens the focus entirely onto the ultimate fierce competition between different countries.
And what majestic visuals does the script pair with that text? Well, it calls for the ultimate prize, the golden FIFA World Cup trophy, rotating slowly, catching the gleam of a dramatic spotlight. Following this, we see the players entering the field, proudly bearing their national flags. It's building serious tension by juxtaposing the pristine, lonely trophy with the intense national pride of the athletes walking out to claim it. It tells a complete story of aspiration in just 2 quick visual beats.
Let's transition over to Section 4, the cinematic execution.
Now, what's really fascinating here is the sensory blueprint. On the visual side, it demands an ultra-realistic look. Think 4K HDR for the highest possible resolution, and vibrant, dramatic lighting that creates these stark, beautiful contrasts. But then, look over at the audio and atmosphere. It pairs those pristine visuals with epic orchestral sports music, the roar of crowd chants, and the pulsing beat of powerful drums.
I want you to really imagine the emotional atmosphere being crafted here. When you combine that incredibly crisp imagery with the immersive, thunderous sound of a stadium, you are completely, totally enveloped in the experience. And here is the real kicker, a 16:9 aspect ratio targeted for widescreen viewing and a duration of exactly 3 minutes. Think about that for a second. In an era where the average internet attention span is literally measured in seconds, all of this ultra-realistic, emotional storytelling, the billions of fans, the epic history, it all has to be perfectly paced and densely packed into a mere 3-minute presentation. Every single visual frame has to completely justify its existence to maintain that epic feel without losing the viewer. It's a tightrope to walk.
Finally, Section 5, the next champion.
As we approach the climax of this tightly packed script, the pacing quickens, those powerful drums get louder, and it demands an ultimate payoff visual. The World Cup trophy is standing right in the center of the massive stadium. Fireworks are exploding overhead in a spectacular display of color and light. And finally, the ultimate catharsis. The champions are lifting the trophy into the air. This is the exact moment of glory that the entire 3-minute psychological buildup has been relentlessly driving towards since that very first shot of the glowing stadium.
And just as the celebratory fireworks reach their absolute peak, the script leaves us with one final lingering text. Who will be the next champion? It's a brilliant concluding move. It takes all the history, all the passion, and the billions of fans we just talked about and points it squarely at the future. It leaves you, the viewer, with a powerful, lingering sense of anticipation. So, as we wrap up this explainer, having deconstructed exactly how beautifully the script builds its epic atmosphere, I'm going to pass that exact same provocative question directly to you. Knowing the stakes, who will be the next champion?